Good morning, students. Today we'll begin with a new chapter that is Who Do Patrick's Homework? Patrick never did homework, too boring, he said. He played hockey and basketball and Nintendo Instant. Patrick do not want to do his homework on his own. He always wanted to play hockey, basketball, and Nintendo. Nintendo is a video game. His teacher told him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a things. And he always teacher told him, Patrick, complete your homework, do your homework, otherwise you won't learn a new things. And that was true. It's true. Sometime he did feel like an ignorance, but what could he do? He hated homework. Whatever the topic is going on in the class, he do not understand it properly because he didn't completed his homework. So he always feel like ignoramus. But he hated homework. Then one day he found his cat playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. One day his own cat playing with a doll, he Patrick's grabbed the doll from his cat. To his surprise, it wasn't a doll at all, but a man of the tiniest size. When Patrick grabbed that little doll from his cat mouth, he got a surprise. It wasn't a little doll, but a man of the tiniest size. He had a little wool shirt with the old fashioned breeches and a high tall hat, much like a witch's. He was wearing a little wool shirt with old fashioned breeches. Breeches means short trousers, and a high tall hat, much like a witch's. As you can see in the picture, that little man was wearing a triangle shaped hat like witches wear. He yelled. Yelled means chillana. Save me. Don't give me back to that cat. And that little man requested Patrick, he please don't give me to that cat again. I will grant you a wish and I will fulfill your wish. I promise you that. Patrick couldn't believe how lucky he was. Here was the answer to all of his problems. So he said, only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, that is 35 days. And Patrick said to that little man, only in one condition I will save you from that cat is if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, then only I will save you from that cat. If you do a good enough job, I could even get A's. And if you complete my homework in a proper way, then even I will get A in my exams. The little man's face winkled like a dishcloth thrown in a hamper. And as he listened to Patrick's condition, his facial expression changes. He kicked his leg and doubled his fist, and he grinned and scowled and pressed his lips. Oh, am I cursed? But I will do it. By his body language, he was disagreed to do his work, but he has to do it. As he said, yes, I will do your work. And true to his word, that little elf began to do Patrick's homework. And as promised, that little man promised to Patrick that I will do all your homework. He started doing his work, and now that little man name is Elf. Except there was one glitch. Glitch means a fault. The elf didn't always know what to do and he needed help. Elf do not know anything about Patrick's homework, so he always wanted help. Help me, he did say, and Patrick would have to help in whatever way. So Patrick always have to help that little elf in his homework. I don't know this word, the elf squeaked while reading Patrick's homework. Get me a dictionary. No, what's ever better look up the word and sound it out by each letter. And in every word, he needed a dictionary to explain it. When it come to Max, Patrick was out of luck. What the timetable? He That little elf do not know anything about timetables. The elf the elf shrieked. We elves never need that. And elf shrieked. Shriek means chillana. Elf said, we don't know about anything about Max. We don't need any kind of timetable. So I don't know anything about related to Max. And addition and subtraction and division and fraction. So elf do not know anything about Max. Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me. So elf strictly ordered Patrick that you sit down next to me and guide me, help me in every topic. Elf knows nothing of human history. To them, it's a mystery. And elf do not know about history. And for elf, everything is a mystery. Mystery means पहेली. उसके लिए सब पहेली था. So the little elf, ready a shouter, just got louder. Go to the library. I need books, more and more books, and you can help me read them too. And elf always want Patrick's help, so he always ordered Patrick's go to the library, bring some books so that I can read it, and then I will help you in your homework. So he always being on, tortured by elves. As a matter of fact, every day in every way, that little elf was a nag. Patrick was working harder than ever, and was it a drag? He was staring up nights, had never left so weary, was going to school with his eyes puffed and brave. He was working hard. He was working hard to help Elf to complete his homework. He was explaining to Elf that how to do his homework, how to do maths problem, how to do history related work. Every way he was helping Elf to do his homework. So he getting up late at night. He was going with the puffed eyes. Finally, the last day of the school arrived and the elf was free to go. Finally, the last day of the semester has came and the elf, as per the condition, the elf was free to go his home. As for homework, there was no more. And elf has completed all Patrick's homework, so he was free to go. So he quietly and shyly slipped out the back door. So he quietly, secretly moved out from the back door of Patrick's house. Patrick's got his A's, his classmates were amazed. His teachers smiled and were full of praise. As Patrick's got A's in his all subject, all the classmates were very surprised. Ki all the teachers were smiling, were praising at him कि Patrick has got A's in all subjects. And his parents, they wondered what had happened to Patrick's, and his parents were surprised कि what had happened to our child. He was now the model kid. Cleaned his room, did his chore, was cheerful, never rude, like he had developed a whole new attitude. After that, Patrick was a complete change boy. He completed his all the homework, he cleaned his room, always in a nice mood, always cheerful, never rude to anyone. His attitude towards work, it's completely changed now. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he did made that tiny man to do his homework. And at the end, Patrick still knows still thought that little man, that Patrick made that little man to do all his homework. But I will share a secret. Over here, the writer is sharing a secret just between you and me. It wasn't the elf who has completed all his homework. Patrick's had done it himself. All the homework related to every subject is been done by the Patrick itself, because elf do not know anything about any subject. So Patrick helped elf to do all his homework, and in this case all the homework is done by the Patrick itself only, himself only. Thank you, students.